So we'll start with some introductions here. My name is Mat DeWinters. I'm the Director of Sports, Recreation, and Day Camps. For the locations, Jess Bauer is on here as well. I think she has her camera on so you can see her. She is the Youth Program Director and Site Director for the Chesterfield location. Chloe Johnson is the Site Director for the Creve Coeur location. And then if you are in our preschool camp, we have Debbie is with the camp director for Catan, and then Nat Koppler is Jessica as well. At our Creve Coeur location for our PM care coordinator that's in charge of all of our aftercare here in Creve Coeur is Sydney Reynolds. She's also in charge of our kids zone here at this location and vacation days going forward. So if you're ever participating in those programs, you'll contact her directly as well, but she'll be the point of contact for any aftercare. You'll see her if you're in aftercare and signing out your kids as well. The AM PM care coordinator in Chesterfield is Donovan. So you'll see him over there as well before and after care and throughout the day if you're picking up your kids and everything as well. If your child is life enrichment, which is providing additional services, one-on-one, two-on-one support for campers that need that, Sarah is the life enrichment manager for the summer for that. And then we also have Dodie as the life enrichment coordinator as well. In regards to our aquatic staff, we have Heather Chessman. She's our aquatics director for both locations. She's mainly going to be at our Creve Coeur location, and then Casey Clark, I believe, will mostly be at our Fox location in Chesterfield in the summertime as well. They'll kind of be leading the swim lessons that are provided for the campers throughout the summer. They'll kind of lead the swim test that we do on Monday for that as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the meeting, but they're going to kind of head that up with their aquatic staff and kind of make sure everybody's safe in the pool, training our staff during those times to make sure they're watching kids, interacting with campers, to make sure everybody's enjoying their time and being safe on the pool deck. So our first day of camp is June 3rd. We run all the way in our Chesterfield location at Fox all the way till August 9th. We go an additional week here in Creve Coeur at SFC till August 16th. At both locations, we will not have camp on July 4th. So that week is a 4-day week. So please mark your calendars. Don't send your kids that day because there won't be anybody here at camp. We close down for that just so everybody can kind of enjoy the holiday and go from there. So for free swim and lessons, I'll start with our SFC Creve Coeur location. We provide lessons to all of our campers in kindergarten through 2nd grade with our lifeguard staff. If you have a camper that is in 3rd to 6th grade that you would like to have lessons as well, you can request that to us and we can let our aquatic staff know. If they have room, we can work them in. They will be working in probably with our 2nd grade group for that in Creve Coeur, just because those are the oldest age we have for that will be doing it. But if you would like that, we can definitely make that request to our aquatic staff and get them in there as well. So kindergarten through 2nd in Creve Coeur will have swim lessons Monday through Thursday, and then they will free swim in the outdoor pool on Friday. 3rd through 6th grade will free swim every day at Creve Coeur. For that, and then at Fox, all campers will receive swim lessons throughout the week. 3rd through 6th will receive swim lessons twice a week, where K through 2nd will go every day, and then they will also free swim at that location as well. For free swim times at both locations on Mondays, as mentioned before, our aquatic staff will do a swim test with each camper. They'll then get a wristband, a rubber wristband that we have, that all staff have, that they will put them on, that's divided out by color on which location they can go to within the pool. So we have a dive well, we have an area that's for more lap swimming, we have an area for the slides, as well as 0 entry shallow water for those. So each color coded that we give them is associated with where they can go in the pool, and all of our staff are trained on that, as well as our aquatic staff. So if we see someone kind of going towards somewhere they're not supposed to go, they'll go back. Like I said, we will test them every Monday. So for that, if they receive a certification or a different color wristband, they think they should be able to get a different one, they can retest that following Monday as well with our aquatic staff. You just have to let us know that they would like to retest to try to be able to do the diving boards and the slides and everything from there. But we'll retest them on Monday of the next week when they return, if that's a request made as well. So what should your camper bring to camp and what should be left home? Every day at camp, your camper should bring a backpack, and that backpack should be a swimsuit, a towel, change of clothes, possibly, as well as a lunch. If you're not getting a plus lunch, each camper should get a lunch brought from home. We do have refrigerators at Creve Coeur. Chesterfield, we'll talk about that a little bit later on how that's going to run from there. But at Creve Coeur, we do have refrigerators that they do go in. We do not provide microwaves to any camper to use throughout the summer, so everything needs to come ready to eat for that as well. All campers should wear closed-toed shoes with socks. The option for that is during the swimming time, they can wear pool shoes. They can wear flip-flops on the pool deck as well. But anytime outside of the pool or going to the pool, they should have closed-toed shoes on for that as well. That's just more of a safety issue. Make sure they're not falling, walking from spot to spot, or falling or tripping or anything while they're doing the different type of activities that we have here at both of our locations. Things that should be left at home are going to be any type of toys, any type of stuffed animals, cell phones, any other electronics that they might have should all be left at home. Swimsuit with metal rivets or accessories that can cause damage to any of our slides or any of our play equipment should not be worn for that as well. We don't allow any backpacks with wheels or any type of tote bag. So it just needs to be a regular school backpack that they need to bring, and they'll carry all their supplies in that as well. Like I said earlier, open-toe shoes such as flip-flops or sandals should not be worn, with the exception of pool shoes. In regards to what your camper should wear every day, we do provide them a camp shirt. You'll get that either Thursday or Friday of the first week that they're attending, so we can get that to you. But it's just basic athletic clothes that they should be wearing, shorts, t-shirt. We do have a lot of campers that do like to wear hats to block the sun as well. You should apply sunscreen before they arrive to camp, and then we will encourage them to reapply while they're here throughout the day as well. We encourage everybody to provide and bring with them spray sunscreen. Our counselors can help you kids spray on sunscreen. If they need to apply any other type of sunscreen, whether it's a lotion or anything like that, we do a buddy system with other campers. Counselors kind of monitor that, make sure it's being properly applied and rubbed in properly. But our counselors, we tell them that we should not be applying sunscreen on them other than the spray sunscreen from that as well. In regards to what you should bring for your lunch, we suggest that you put everything into a throwaway bag. That way it's easily thrown away at the end of the day. You can bring a lunch box if you want. We just put that directly into their backpack after lunch, and it stays there the remainder of the day for that as well. They should also bring a water bottle with them, a reusable one preferably. We try to really discourage people bringing regular water bottles just because it doesn't stay as cold and you don't have as much water throughout the day. We do have multiple times throughout the day and locations all over both of our campuses that they can refill their waters throughout the day. So we will do that with the camp staff to make sure everybody's being properly hydrated as well. If your child has any type of food allergies, please let us know that ahead of time before camp starts. So that we are well aware for if they need to sit out with another group that's for peanuts and anything or any type of shellfish or anything like that. That way we're well aware and we can know that ahead of time. If they do have a food allergy or any type of allergy that provides an EpiPen, let us know that as well so we can properly handle that and get everybody kind of squared away. Let the counselors know that they have an EpiPen and kind of go from there as well. We do provide a snack throughout the day for that, which is a kosher snack, nut-free snack as well. That's usually around about 10 a.m. in the morning. And then we usually eat lunch right around 11:30 noon time for that as well. If you have any special dietary needs, you can either talk to myself or Jess Bauer, and we can kind of go through that with the snacks if you have something else that needs to be provided for that as well. The biggest change for this year, if you're a returning camp family, is our drop-off and pickup procedure has changed a lot. So with that, what you will do now, rather than doing carpool like we've done in the past, it's now you're going to come sign your camper in with the group, with the counselor, so you can meet the counselor, get to know them, have a face-to-face reaction to who's with your camper throughout the week for that as well. So you will sign them in every day and get out of your car, sign them in with the group. And then when you come back to pick up your camper, you will come out, park, and come and sign out your camper as well. Make sure you bring an ID because they will be checking those with our authorized pickup that they have. The reason we changed this is more of a security issue with working with our local security, working with people that we have through our security team that work with the FBI and everything like that. We're just taking every precaution to keep our campers safe throughout the day with drop off and with pickup as well. So that's the biggest change that we have at our Creve Coeur location. The same spot as in past years will be back at the camp pavilion located directly behind the J, will be where you drop off your camper and pick up. And then at our Chesterfield location at Fox will be inside the Wool conference rooms inside the building. So you'll come through the side door there and sign in with Jess or with the counselor for the day as well. If you signed up your camper for AM care, it runs the same exact way for the drop-off process. You'll just bring them in, you'll sign them in, put everything, the counselors will know where everything goes. They'll work with the campers to make sure they're putting their lunches in the right spot, backpacks in the correct place, and so forth. PM care is the same way. That takes place for pickup at Chesterfield. Will go into the conference rooms. When you come to Creve Coeur for pickup, for PM care, they're either going to be in the pavilion, they'll be in the PAC, in the gym, but we have that clearly marked everywhere on whiteboards that we put outside. So if they're not up in the pavilion, it'll say, hey, we're in the PAC for this day for that, just because aftercare, they like to come inside because it might be hot. And the kids are going to be tired. So we want to bring them in, give them additional snack that we provide as well, and then kind of go through our day also. If you are at our Creve Coeur location and in a preschool camper, you'll pick up down at the EC entrance at the bottom. And then same thing at our Chesterfield location, you'll pick up EC entrance, I believe, as well at that location also. We'll send all this out in a follow-up email as well. That'll have a map and everything of where you need to go, where you need to pick up, where you need to drop off, and times also. Our AM care drop-off starts at 7:30 a.m. and that ends at 8:45. Regular camp drop-off starts at 8:45 and pickup starts at 3. PM care pickup starts anywhere from 3:15 and goes all the way till 6 p.m. for that. If you do not pick up your camper by 3:15, they need to go to aftercare. There is a charge for that, billed on every minute for that. And then same thing if you're in aftercare and they're here till after 6 o'clock. There's a charge for that as well because we just have to provide additional staff, and then we make sure we're staying in ratio of 10-1 for that as well. If you're running late for Core Day camp, you can come to the camp office or at Creve Coeur, which is up in the pavilion, and then you can sign them in directly with our staff there, and we will guide them to where they need to go. We'll personally take the kids to where that group is, so the full group doesn't have to come back to the pavilion and pick up the campers. So we'll do that. If you're at the Chesterfield location, it runs the same way. You'll bring them in. Jess Bauer or Elizabeth, the unit head, will be there. That can sign your camper in and then also take them to where that group is as well. If you're absent for any reason, you can email myself or Jess to let us know that you're not going to be at camp. If you have somebody that's going to be picking up your child that's not on your authorized pickup or that you forgot, please let us know that so that we can add them to that. So it makes this process a little bit smoother for pickup at the end of the day. So like for instance, if it's a Wednesday and grandma needs to pick up the camper, just email us, call us, let us know ahead of time so that we can properly let the camp staff know that that's who's picking them up, and it just makes everything a lot smoother. For camper staff, you're going to see them every morning at sign-in, so you're more than welcome to ask them questions about the day. You're more than welcome to come find us, ask us questions about the day as well, and we'll provide as much detail as possible, different activities they're going to be doing for the week, and kind of go from there. If a camper did not come home, this happens a lot every summer in regards to lost and found. If your camper does not come home with a swimsuit, it's missing a shoe, a sock, a towel, we have designated areas at each location in Creve Courts up in the camp pavilion. We have multiple tables there. By the end of the summer, we have 2 tables full of stuff, water bottles and everything else that's up there. At Chesterfield, it'll be in the conference room A. There's a spot there. The pool has a lost and found, and also the front desk has a lost and found there as well. We encourage and let everybody know that please write your child's name on everything that they bring to camp. If they're bringing a water bottle, write their name on the bottom of the water bottle. Their swimsuit, write it on the inside tag. Towels, make sure you write their name on there. That way, when we find something in the locker room or somewhere on campus, we can directly see who that camper is and get that back to them. That way, when you get home and you say, hey, we don't have your swimsuit to wash for the day, where did it end up? And that way we can just kind of get it back to them before you guys arrive for pickup and everything's good to go. If your camper needs to take medication throughout the day, there was a link sent out to everybody, and we'll send that out again after the meeting on a form stack for each location that includes all the medical forms that you need. There's 2 different ones that you can submit through form stack when we send that out. It'll be any medication that's less than 30 days and any medication that they take for more than 30 days. We have people at each site that are trained to administer that medication for our wellness coordinators here that will do that. The camp counselor staff will not administer any medication for any reason whatsoever. We designate that to our wellness coordinators and to our full-time staff that we have on site to make sure that's being administered properly, make sure it's all being documented as well. If for some reason a camper gets sick or injured at camp, we will call the point of contact for that camper. And if that first person doesn't answer, we'll just kind of work down the list for that as well. If it's just kind of a minor scrape or cut or something like that that we can solve easily with a Band-Aid and an ice pack, we'll do that and let you know that at time of pickup that this is what happened. If it's anything outside of that, that's sick, that they might have thrown up, we'll kind of assess the situation. A lot of times if they throw up or something like that or get sick, it's because they drank too much water or ate too much food or something like that. If they have a bellyache, maybe they need to use the restroom. So we'll try to do that type of thing first before we contact the parents and send them home for the day. If for some reason we do need to send campers home, we will call you. We'll let you know where they're at, what location of the building they're at to come pick them up. That way you can properly arrange and don't have to kind of go to the front desk at the location and say, I'm here to pick up this camper. We'll just let you know that way ahead of time. We call you, say, come to this direct location to pick up your child. So before each week starts, you will receive a welcome letter on Thursday for the following week. That welcome letter will include what group you're in, what items you need to bring. It'll include a link to this meeting again if you want to watch it again. As well, it will not include a carpool tag because we don't do that anymore, so we'll take that out, as well as a general schedule for the day as well. So you'll know exactly which group you need to go to sign in the Thursday before when you arrive on Monday. The Monday before, all of our admin staff have rosters, so you're more than welcome to ask them. They'll be standing right out front of the location, whether the pavilion or right outside the conference rooms at Fox, that you can ask, hey, what group am I in? And they'll guide you directly kind of where you need to go. If for any reason it is raining outside or there's excessive heat, we will monitor that and let staff know at morning flagpole on what the day is going to look like, if there's rain in the forecast for that as well. If it is in Chesterfield, you guys do sign in the morning at the same location inside. At Creve Court, we do it in the pavilion. If for any reason it is raining outside, we will do drop off in the Performing Arts Studio, which is just on the left-hand side of the J campus. And you'll come right through the doors and sign your camper in right there, and we'll take them to their group where they need to go. Same thing at the end of the day. If it is raining, at the end of the day, we will have pickup in the Performing Arts Studio at Creve Court as well. Chesterfield, you'll still be inside in the conference rooms also. That is the meeting, broad overview of camp. For that, like I said, we're going to send a lot of information out in the first newsletter here that's going to go over a lot of different information for that as well. Some notes just to kind of hit on really quick before everybody leaves. If you need to pick a camper up early for any reason, let us know that at drop-offs. That way we can have that camper in the camp office at that time when you arrive, so we're not trying to track them down and you're sitting there for additional 5 minutes while we go grab the camper and bring them back. So just let us know that and kind of go from there. We are accredited through the American Camp Association, ACA. With that, we have to provide standards for our camp with ratios, different types of training aspect we do. We get monitored. They send out monitors to come look at our camp throughout the summer to make sure we're meeting all required specifications to stay accredited as well. If for any reason you want to sign up for Plus Lunch or before care or after care, let us know that. Just contact myself or Jess, and we can go ahead and get you registered for that. For Plus Lunch, you have to be registered for that by Monday the week prior, that because we order all the food and everything from there that coming week as well. If I could have all of the Chesterfield Fox people stay on, we're just going to kind of go over a couple key points for Chesterfield, but we're done with the main portion of the parent meeting as well as the SSE Creve Coeur location. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to hop off, and we'll just keep the Chesterfield Fox people on here for just a few more minutes. Okay, so Chesterfield Fox camp's going to run just a little bit different this year because we have a lot of renovations going over there. It's great renovations. We're doing a whole new section of the conference rooms. We're adding adult day to that location. We're redoing some of the gym, some stuff on the pool deck as well for the indoor also. But it does change a little bit for camp. We're going to send, our marketing team is going to send everybody that goes to Chesterfield Fox an email. Hopefully it should be out tomorrow. Hopefully if it hasn't gone out already. For that, and what that's going to include, it's going to say what a schedule typically look like, what type of different activities they're doing. All that pretty much stays the same on activity wise, but different locations we're using as well, and what we're not using. So the major change is going to be changing for swim. The locker rooms downstairs next to the pool are all getting renovated through the summer. That's just the only time we can really fit it in. So that's the biggest change that's going to happen. So we're designating some other changing spots, working with some tent companies, restroom companies, and stuff like that to provide some additional space for us to change, and also use restrooms and stuff like that with some ones we're bringing in for the camp also. So I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time, that those are the changes that we're looking at for that location, but still the same procedures will take place for pickup, stay the same for drop off. Lunch will stay the same for that as well. In regards to refrigeration for lunch over there, I recommend providing a lunch that does not have to be refrigerated over there because we're redoing a lot of the kitchen areas as well. And I'm not sure where we're going to be at for the first couple of weeks on being able to refrigerate lunches at that location also. And again, if you want to get on for Plus Lunch, you're more than welcome to do that. We can definitely get you added, and we just provide the lunch so you guys don't have to worry about it also. Jess, any other things at our Chesterfield Fox location that you want to touch on?
Just to add on the lunches, if you want to provide an ice pack in the lunchbox, as people normally do for school and things like that, that can also help if you have food that needs to be kept cold. So we can do that. We'll still collect them in mesh bags as we always have. They just won't go into refrigerators. They'll stay in each group's space until lunchtime.
Perfect. Great. Those are the major changes for Fox. Like I said, there's going to be an email coming out, and we'll kind of send that out here shortly when marketing gets everything squared away, if it hasn't gone out already. So thanks for attending. We look forward to seeing you guys this summer.